We're not gonna start this podcast off just saying, let them all pound each other.
Why?
Okay, we're going to really look at this topic methodically. We're gonna dive deep into the depths, and we're gonna look at it through the lens of existing shows that have not really allowed our community to thrive. So let's just dive in. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that reality TV has just exponentially skyrocketed over the past 10, 20 years. And within the reality TV, oh, it is thundering, by the way. That's not just my voluptuous. A big subsector of reality TV is the reality TV love relationship hookup type shows. So the three that I want to look at today specifically are The Bachelor, Love Island, Love is Blind. Largely these are straight shows, right? So The Bachelor, that's where one man is in the center or one woman is in the center, and then a bunch of people of the opposite sex are around vying for that one person's attention. Then you have Love Island. Miguel right now on the US season, oh my god, I let him hit it so hard you'd see the tip come out in between the molars.
Brother,
Love Island, you have a bunch of hotties, or stereotypically hot people, and they have to couple up each couple days. They're sequestered.
They have no access to the news. Same with The Bachelor, okay? They have no idea what's going on in the outside world. Think Big Brother in many ways. And they play competitions as these couples, but they're allowed to look at other people, right? And then they slowly bring in new people, new hobbies, called bombshells.
You really see why, as a species, we are fucked up. It's riveting television.
It's like I need a little bit of like a, you're going to send me to the psych ward, and it's just not giving that.
And then they're literally actively humping each other. Okay, you've seen it. Okay. And then if they make it to the end, they get $10,000, $20,000, some amount of money, right? And then they either choose to split it or take it all for themselves with their couple. If The Bachelor gets to the end, they get engaged. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. That's those two shows. Third show, Love is Blind. Now, wait, pause before we get into it. I was talking about this topic the other day with someone. Someone said love is blind. Isn't that an idiom? Girl, what the fuck? I don't care about grammar, bitch. Commas, periods. The only ones I care about are in numbers on checks, okay? Love is Blind is a show where they have the men and the women separated. They get into little booths together and they can't see each other. They can only talk. And they rotate. They can talk to other ones. Through those conversations of not seeing each other, they figure out that love is blind. And wow, oh my god, they have such a connection with someone. And then they get to see them in real life. And then they're supposed to get married at the end of it. So those are the three shows that we're analyzing. I might have not done the best job explaining them, but if you don't know what those three shows are, what are you doing? You're working way too hard. Take a step back, breathe, realize it's not the end of the world if you watch some shitty reality TV, and enjoy yourself. Kim said that people just need to get up their ass and fucking work. No, Kim. People need to get off their fucking ass and chill the fuck out and watch some Love Island. That's what people need to fucking do. But because of you and all those capitalist pigs, they can't. Okay.
So true. You have
Now, all those shows are very straight. There have historically been gay reality TV show dating shows. Next comes to mind.
I'm Justin, I'm 19, and I'm black and Italian, so I may be the first real Italian stallion.
I don't want to disrespect the past. I don't want to disrespect
Justin,
the people that sacrificed their lives for our consumption and pleasure, But I want to look at how can we design a gay reality TV show like The Bachelor, like The Bachelorette, like Love Island, like Love is Blind. Because what's happened right now is all these producers are scared. They're not scared that the viewership won't be good. Because trust me, honey, that viewership would be fucking bonkers. Those numbers would be so high that Snoop Dogg would show up and try to smoke them.
that's so different.
Good. People are craving a gay reality TV show. It would be so messy. There would be so much drama. The whole hallway would smell like cum.
The whole hallway smells like cum.
But the producers don't want the whole hallway to smell like cum now, do they?
No!
They're scared that everyone's gonna start fucking. They're scared that if they get a whole bunch of tops in one room, in one bottom, there's gonna be a hole that may never recover. It might never see the light of day again. They don't know how to decipher, figure out their way through, navigate the maze that is gay relationship dynamics, okay? Because the gay relationship dynamic, it doesn't necessarily have a one-to-one relationship to the straight one, now does it? You're withheld many times from experiencing the hodom that comes with one's teenage years and early 20s if you don't come out of the closet early. And even if you do, you might not have a large, safe population that's your age to engage in those activities with. So a lot of the gay community experiences those experiences later in life. But also, with that being said, they're a smaller community. Why am I saying they as if I'm not one of them? Oh, that was crazy. So our practices are just a little bit different because they're not the typical, you know? When there is a culture, sometimes a culture builds itself in opposition to that culture to have their own culture.
What? What?
I don't mean opposition in a mean way, I just mean it in a way that's like, yes, we want to be different from you. We want to celebrate ourselves and our uniqueness, nerve and talent. Reality TV producers don't know how to deal with that. They just don't. And my solution combines everything we already love, everything we already care about with these reality TV shows. So let's dive into it, shall we? First and foremost, this is what we do. We cannot have a bachelor situation. It just doesn't make sense. There's too many verse people in the world. You know, there's sides. You know, you can't just identify yourself as a top or bottom and make that your whole personality, okay? Just can't do it. Instead, this is what we're gonna have happen. We're gonna have a setup that's similar to Love Island. We have a shit ton of hot gays enter the room, but hot gays all over the spectrum of gayness and queerdom. We got bears, we got twinks, we got otters, tops, bottoms, daddies, not daddies, you name it. Things we don't have, James Charles. And you have representation from people not just within what you stereotypically consider to be gay, right? You have pan people, you have bi people, you have trans people, you have asexual people. Like, you just can keep it open, baby girl. That's what's beautiful about the gay community. You can have so many more different types of people. What? Now, this is where things get tricky. We want to be able to respect the fact that sometimes gay people like to engage in polyamory or have open relationships or just like to hook up. But you also need there to be an endpoint where there are a certain couple or group or individual together or by themselves and they win. So, do we go for who gets fisted the most? No. Do we go who gets married? No. Because if it's a lesbian version, there could be 20 women who are married. It honestly could be interesting to see which lesbians get married last. We see who has safe sex the first without being asked. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. That could take a while to happen. We could be watching that show months, years. Do we see who douches the most? You know? The water bill might be high, but so would the viewership. A lot of different ways we can approach this. Many different angles. But where is that focal point? Okay, you got a lot of things coming in. But how are we gonna find that end goal? This is where I come in. You want it to be like the Hunger Games, okay? We are Snow, and we need to create a show that people can't turn away from, even when they're getting pounded to death. So how do you do that? How do you do that? You have people who are tributes in the palm of your hands. They have sacrificed themselves to be on television for the greater cause of man and country. And in the center, you have means by which they could pound each other to death, okay? In Hunger Games, that cornucopia in the center was actual items that were violent, like rope, like fire, candle wax, like objects that are long and cylindrical that you can engage with one another with. All different kinds of crazy instruments that we would never let the gays have. But in this version in the center, you know, it actually is very similar. There's a lot of sex toys in the center. There's a lot of just things that make gays happy. Iced coffee, okay? There is an iced coffee lottery ticket. You get endless iced coffee while you're in the villa, right? And none of the other gays get endless iced coffee while they're in the villa. Private drag show every week. So every week that contestant, they get a private drag show by actual drag entertainers. There's another one that it's like meet gay divas. Beyonce, like Rihanna, like Mariah Carey, Ariana Grande, Lisa Rinna, Eminem. What I'm saying is each person runs to the center and they're able to grab a different item that they get to have all season. But what happens is you have to stick with that item until you're allowed to trade it. But in order to trade it, you have to couple up with someone. And you could do sexual stuff when you couple up with them. Or it could just be to use their item. Because when you're together, you get to use the other person's item. So some of the gays are coupling up with each other because they're sexually interested in each other. And then there's some of the gays that are coupling up with each other because that person wants to see Mariah Carey, okay? And as it keeps going, some people are coupled up and they're being strategic. And some people are coupled up and they're actually really falling in love. Some people, it's a mix. And then you see hearts broken because one person wanted to be with you for the Mariah Carey ticket, but the other person wanted to be with you because they actually really enjoy your hole. And that's when things start to get fucking crazy. We would barely even have to do any other challenges. Do you know how fast this would break out into man-on-man combat? It would be a war zone out there, covered in cum. The producers just have to accept that part. Yeah, there's gonna be sex. Sorry, these are adults, consenting adults, okay? I just saw on Love Island the other day them like literally actually humping and pretending to lick each other's privates. Like, when gay people do it, it's a problem. I know it is, but like, I know that's like why, yeah. But like, yeah, okay? And each week, you're gonna bring in bombshells similar to Love Island, right? But also, you're gonna have a recoupling, and they could get back together or they could not. So this is really like Love Island, but with a twist. With a gay twist. Wouldn't that be so good, though? Tell me that would not be good. So, if anyone's really interested in this idea, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. If you want to crack my eggs, it's okay. Because I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy. Or you're going to have to give me something substantial. Because I know I'm worth that. I'm not all there. Sometimes I have my moments. But I know one thing. I'm good to go. Let me know what you guys think of this idea in the comments. I'm actually really interested in hearing what you guys think, if you think this could work, or if you have a better idea. Let's get some gay reality TV show dating shows on the air. I think that would be so good. If you really like this video today, I'm gonna be aiming to put out one talking to video a week. So last week there was the Chapel Roan Game of Thrones one. This week there's the Love Island one. Next week I might look into getting tarot cards and reading Charlie XCX's tarot fortune to see if Brat Summer will turn into a brat year. Tell me if you're interested in that. And tell me what else you want me to do. Comment below, like, subscribe, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm just so excited for all of our YouTube adventures together. Okay, bye.